I never thought loneliness could feel so heavy until Martha passed away 3 years ago. Our house became too quiet after 42 years of her laughter filling every corner. The doctors said my heart condition meant I needed help around the house. That's when the agency sent Zara. She arrived on a Tuesday morning in late autumn. I opened the door and nearly dropped my coffee mug. Her skin was the color of twilight lavender. Her hair fell like platinum silk past her shoulders, but it was her golden eyes that held such gentle sadness. "Mr. Chun," she said softly, "I am here to help you." Her voice carried an accent I couldn't place, something musical and far away. I stood there like a fool until she smiled. That smile made me forget how strange this all was. "Please come in," I finally managed. She moved through my home with careful grace, learning where I kept the tea and how I liked my toast, never complaining about my old man habits, the way I insisted on Real newspapers instead of tablets, how I played the same Frank Sinatra records Martha loved. After a few weeks, I stopped noticing her unusual appearance. She was just Zara, the woman who made sure I took my medications, who cooked meals that somehow tasted like home, who listened when I rambled about the old days. One evening, as the sun painted the sky orange and pink, she stood by the window washing dishes. "Mr. Chun," she said quietly, "may I ask you something personal?" "Of course, Zara. What does it feel like to be loved by someone for so long?" Her question caught me off guard. I set down my evening tea and looked at her profile against the fading light. "Why do you ask?" She turned to face me. Those golden eyes shimmered with something that looked like tears. "On my world, we do not have this," she said. "We are created with purpose-assigned tasks to fulfill, but we do not have what you call marriage or lifelong companionship." My chest tightened, not from my condition, but from understanding. "You're far from home," I said gently. She nodded. "Very far, Mr. Chun. And I have been here 5 of your years working, saving, hoping to earn enough to bring my brother here. He is all I have left of my family." I gestured to the chair across from me. She sat down, folding her hands in her lap like a schoolgirl. Being loved like that, I began slowly. It's like having an anchor in a stormy sea. Martha knew all my flaws, my bad jokes, my stubborn ways, and she loved me anyway. That sounds beautiful. But it was also ordinary. We argued about silly things like everyone else, but at the end of every day, we chose each other again. Zara listened with such intensity, as if my words were precious gems she was collecting. "I think," she said carefully, "I understand why humans treasure this so much. You create meaning together." Yes, exactly. Over the following months, something shifted between us. Not romance. I was too old and too devoted to Martha's memory for that. But a deep friendship grew. Zara told me about her world, a place where efficiency replaced emotion, where her people served the greater good but forgot how to serve their own hearts. "That's why I came here," she explained one rainy afternoon. "I wanted to understand what I was missing." I told her about my children who lived across the country, too busy with their own families to visit much, about my years as a carpenter, how Martha and I built this very house board by board. "You built it with love," Zara observed. "We built it with hope for the future. Is there a difference?" I smiled. "Maybe not." Then one morning Zara didn't show up. I called the agency. They had never heard of her. Panic seized my chest. I spent 3 days barely eating, consumed with worry. On the 4th night, I heard a soft knock. She stood at my door looking exhausted. Her lavender skin had paled. "I am sorry, Mr. Chun," she whispered. "They came for me, my people. They said I had gone native, that I was compromised." "Come and sit down." I made her the chamomile tea she had grown to love. "What happened?" "I told them I would not leave, not until I had earned enough for my brother. They gave me 1 more year. But if I show too much emotion, They will recall me permanently. My hands shook as I set down my cup. Zara, I have money, Martha, and I saved our whole lives. The kids are taken care of. Let me help you. She looked at me with those impossible golden eyes. Why would you do this? Because that's what love does. I said, not romantic love, but human love. It helps, it gives, it makes meaning out of our short time here. Tears rolled down her lavender cheeks. Real tears. You have taught me so much, Mr. Chin. You showed me that connection is not weakness. It is the greatest strength. I reached across the table and held her hand. It was warm and real. Then take this gift and bring your brother home. Tell him, there are people here who understand what it means to be far from home. 3 months later, I met Zara's brother Kale. He had the same golden eyes, but his skin was deeper purple. He looked at me with wonder. You are the human who changed my sister, he said. No, I replied. She changed herself. I just reminded her what she already knew. Zara got a job at a local library. Kale started working at a community center. They found a small apartment nearby. But Zara still came by every week. Not as my maid, but as my friend. She brought Kale, and we played cards. I taught them poker, and they pretended not to be better at math than me. On what would have been my 46th anniversary, with Martha, Zara brought flowers. She would have liked you. I told her. I wish I could have met her. In a way, you did. She taught me how to love, and I pass a little of that to you. As I sit here now at 73 with my heart growing weaker, I think about the strange gift life gave me. An alien maid who asked a simple question. And in answering it, I remembered why Martha and I built this house. Not just with wood and nails, but with the belief that kindness echoes forward. That love in all its forms creates ripples we cannot measure. Zara and Kale are teaching others now, showing newly arrived aliens what human connection means. They call it the Chun Protocol. I laugh every time I hear that. I just did what Martha would have done. I opened my heart when someone needed shelter. That's all any of us can do, really. Make meaning in the time we have.